The great Adnan Virk is joining us right now. Him and his flapping headsets. It makes me laugh every single time. That right ear is just flapping. Get a new pair of headsets. What's the matter with you?
So pathetic, Stu. So I got these headphones sent to me from the folks at iHeart because they do the NHL Unscripted podcast, Virk and Demers. And so my son always steals my headphones because he likes the headphones. And then I think conveniently he stole them and then put them, I don't know, in one of the beds. And then I think my wife slept on it. So now it's got this flapping headphone thing. And you're right. I looked it up. I go, how much does it cost for a new pair? $100. But stubborn me, I'm like, well, no, this was given to me by iHeart. Unless iHeart sends me a new pair, why would they send me a new pair? This is a user error, their problem. I'm not going to spend $100. So I look like an idiot with a flapping headphone. Lesson learned. This is why now I have to hide the headphones from my son. I should just give him the headphones and go buy my own pair. But like, nope, I want to prove to him the lesson. Dad looks like an idiot because you took my headphones and somebody slept on it. This is where we're at.
Yes. So you're not going to get a new set because you're expecting iHeart to replace the ones that they sent you that you damaged, right?
Correct. Yes. I'm hoping for them to see what's going on. They go, what's the issue? I'm like, oh, they're just damaged. I'll go send you a new pair. And I'm hoping they don't ask how it got damaged. If they do, literally on me.
You're expecting your kid to learn the lesson because you look like an idiot?
That's right.
All right. I'm just trying to follow your logic here.
Because if I get a new pair, then it's like, oh, great. Then I give him this old pair. Mikey thinks it's a win. Great. I got the headphones and I want all. No. Dad's going to look stupid. You want headphones? Go get a job. Get your own pair. Everyone's suffering here.
Adnan, we haven't spoken to you since Game 4. Speaking of lessons that you teach your kids, Taylor, I don't know if you noticed this, but Ariel Hawani, who was on with us, taught his kid a very valuable lesson about don't worry about your next day's school exam. You stay up and you watch the end of the Knicks game because you never know how it's going to end, and it might be a game you end up talking about for the remainder of your life. And his kid stayed up really late to watch that game, and I'm not sure how he did on the test. I'm waiting for Ariel to respond to me, but I think he didn't do as well as he normally would have. But he did stay up and watch one of the greatest games in NBA history, and we haven't spoken to you since that game happened. Just take us through the roller coaster of emotions. I don't care if you're a Knicks fan or not. Yeah. Anyone watching that game had to be saying to themselves, oh my God, this is one of the greatest NBA games comebacks I've ever seen.
Unbelievable, Stu. And this is the thing. Living here in North Jersey, I just want to experience some of the Knicks magic. The great Scott Rogowski, dear friend, of course, my colleague from our time on DAZN. We did a change-up show. Of course, everyone knows him, HQ Trivia. He does his show in L.A. now. Savvy's his new app. I encourage people to check it out. He said, I'm going to be back in New York. I said, all right, your choice. Tuesday, do you want to go see a movie at the Tribeca Film Festival? Or Wednesday, let's go watch the Knicks game somewhere and observe the debauchery. He said, I'm pro-debauchery. I said, great. So Taylor happened to text me right around as I was getting into the city. Because Scott goes, well, where do you want to meet up? He goes, maybe go Upper West Side. Upper West Side? He was in Brooklyn. So he goes, well, Brooklyn, Upper West Side will be easier. So I took the Upper West Side exit off the 9A Hudson, and I'm driving, and I don't see anything going on. I don't see any, like I see a couple of Knicks fans wandering, but I said, this is a fairly sedate area. The Beacon Theater I love. They have the 50th anniversary, taxi over there. I said, so I text him, I go, I'm driving down Broadway. I'm headed towards Midtown, and that'll be that. So I get a theater district. I see Carnegie Diner. It's like 50th and 8th, whatever. Taylor texts me, he goes, I just saw your boy Ben Lyons at a Midtown restaurant. I said, this is going to be great. I'm not going to tell Taylor, but I might migrate down. I'll text Ben, and then I'll all converge together. But regardless, it was indeed Ben, because Ben had FaceTimed me the other day wearing his Samuel D'Alembert jersey.
Why?
Taylor Sten. I go, yeah, that is absolutely Ben. He actually, I have verification of this. Just days ago, he was a Samuel D'Alembert jersey, and he should have his buddy wearing an Eddie Curry jersey, which we'll get to in a second. Anyways, Rogowski meets me. Regs, so right out of the gate so far, Stu, it's a little too sedate. Like the Carnegie Diner, I walk in, restaurant, I go, you got the Knicks game on? Yep. 5 Knicks TVs, but it's not packed. It's not overwhelming. So the good news is I can actually sit, have a salad and a Coke Zero. So, dinner of champions.
Wacky.
No audio of the game. Like that, the real turnoff. Like I don't want to hear Ed Sheeran music when I'm trying to listen to Mike Breen. So Regs gets there and he goes, let's just have dinner and we'll see what goes. And of course, the game's an atrocity. So we spend more time catch up than actually watching the game. I said, the half, and let's just go near the Garden. I just want to, again, experience what this is like. Living in this area. Yeah, for sure. So we walked in. You can get to 36th, and after that, it's barricaded. But once you get closer, and he had the best line. He goes, it's like being in New Orleans. It's like Bourbon Street. I said, there's just crowds everywhere, and the weed was unbelievable. And again, do you want to smoke? You don't want to smoke? It's fine. It's not my jam. But I was high as a kite just from the second answer. Omnipresent. I go, if somebody said to me, how has life changed in the last 10 years? I'm like, that's the number one thing. Now when the Knicks are playing, it's just enveloped in a haze a
Yes.
purple haze, so to speak. And then the other obvious notation is just how many cops are there. I'm like, just an incredible. Like, if you just made a joke, like just pretended to punch a cop, you're getting tased. Like,
Right.
you're absolutely getting murdered by all these people. So it was just, yeah, and you're kind of trying to watch the game outside the bar. Here was the stupidest thing I've seen. So most people are kind of doing what we're doing. We're stopping outside the bar. You watch it. Knicks are down by 18 points. Okay, whatever. Keep walking. One place, I don't know why. It was completely vacant, and there's 6 cops there. And Scott and I stopped to watch. They go, guys, you're going to keep moving. Wait, so we can be in one area of New York City and taking up the entire street. But this year, you have to keep on moving. It was ridiculous. But the funniest thing I saw was this. About 15 cops in front of a barricade, and a guy's incensed. He's trying to get through them because he goes, I've got to get the train. You got to get me through here. And the cop is going, sir, you have to walk down 3 blocks and take a left. He goes, no, I got to get through the train. I go, this guy's about to get tased. He's going to get his ass kicked. We're going to watch an ass kicking right now. Eventually, the cop calms him down, and the cop looks at me. He's just like, people, huh? What are you going to do? He goes, I'm a born and bred New Yorker. And he goes, these people are morons. They don't know how to handle anything. They don't know how to handle success. I said, well, I'll see how it goes. It's 90-75. Rags goes, I got 5% on my phone. I got to hop on the train and get to Brooklyn. I go, no problem. Thank God for John Chick, a dear friend of mine. As I'm walking back to my car, I said, well, I go, it's a bit of an anticlimax. A lot of weed smoke, a lot of cops. I saw a bunch of drunken Knicks fans. Taylor's out with Ben Lyons. It's all good. And he goes, Knicks down by 9. I go, what? He goes, yeah, it's a close game night. Really? Okay. So I hop in the Celtic Pub, which is at 49th and 8th, right in like the Broadway area district. And normally they're charging cover to walk in. This one, I'll pay the cover. I don't care. But he's not. Go ahead. And so I watched the last 2 minutes, Knicks down 4 with a bunch of strangers in a random Celtic pub. It was unbelievable. Like, I was so grateful I didn't miss it. And with a bunch of strangers high-fiving, losing their minds, go Knicks, go. I got to see it all. And then you relive it afterwards, especially Larry David's reaction to Josh Hart missing, which was classic. But long story short, Sue, you're right. You don't have to have a dog in the race to experience the exultation and the exhilaration. And it was incredible to see. I still can't process it all.
Sam.
And the police barricades after the game were crazy because I had the New Jersey Transit app on my phone and I have a ticket and I'm walking towards Penn Station. I'm like, hey, I have a ticket. Like, can I get through? And the guy's like, no, you can't. I'm like, so, but I have it. My train is in there. He goes, you're not getting on that train. Find a different way to get home. And I go, wait, do you mean I can't get in the station or I have to find a different station to get to? He goes, I don't know what to tell you. You're not getting on that train. And I go, okay, what's this power trip? I walked 4 blocks down, found a different entrance, got in. A lot of confusing signs when you walk into Penn Station too. If you enter the wrong door, because I'm in there and I'm like, the Long Island Railroad, and I'm like, where's the New Jersey Transit signs? I'm so far away from the New Jersey Transit that they're not even showing signs. I just kept walking and walking for 20 minutes. It took me 40 minutes to find the train.
And what a special place we've arrived at where you can't say anything to the cops, but you can blow as much weed smoke in their face as you want to. I mean, no one will say a thing.
That's a great point, Stu. Just be high as a kite, no problem at all, but you can't speak back to a cop. And Taylor's right. It's not the issue of the station being closed. It's fine. I get it. Barricades, etc. People are unruly. And most of these morons are just looking to create a fight. They couldn't care less about the Knicks. But like Taylor said, just be clear about it. Like, is the station closed or is this exit closed? And it's like, buddy, you're not getting home tonight. I'm like, I don't understand.
They take so much pride in effing with you.
Right. It's the thing. I'm not anti-cops. I'm just telling you, they're bullies. Okay, in high school, the bullies, those are the ones that are cops. They're like telling you what to do. Authoritarians. There's no easy answers here. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever it takes. But
yes, you're right.
I listened to the pod you guys did yesterday, and I love the talk radio point because I kept saying the same thing. If I was doing a show, that's all we would be doing today is, hey, did the Knicks win or did the Spurs lose? Like that is Radio 101. I can see Louise Cornetta right now, ESPN Radio going, Adnan, pick a side. Very early on, I said something like I could see both sides. She goes, no, in talk radio, you must pick a side. You cannot see the other side. I go, all right, no matter what, it's one or the other. So you can't say, I see both sides. It's no 100% affirmative action. The Spurs lost that game. No doubt about it. De'Aaron Fox, absolute choke job. I watched it again like you guys up to 1 a.m. The fact, I listened to Sam Mitchell on NBA radio on the way home.
Yeah.
It's so funny. The 30-minute run out of Jersey. He's just eviscerating De'Aaron Fox. But more importantly, he's crushing the assistant coaches. Like,
oh, geez.
Classic head coach move. Because Sam Mitchell was a head coach. He's crushing the assistant coaches, saying, no, they should have better control of the game. Fox should have known to dribble the ball a little bit more before he got fouled. And, of course, why are you – I mean, it's still hysterical to me. Again, the Schadenfreude of this. Why are you double-teaming Brunson from 30 feet away when the defensive player of the year, Wembanyama's got it covered? Like, no, I got got this. Just in case you need help. No, I got this. And then Anunoby comes flying through. I mean, assistant coach is taking the blame. I don't know how the Spurs win Game 5. Unbelievable.
And then my favorite part about that is the Spurs fans saying that OG Anunoby fouled De'Aaron Fox, and it should have been 2 free throws, where if De'Aaron Fox just held the ball, he would have got 2 free throws.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Just boneheaded play. I mean, and again,
assistant coaches, though. I mean,
yes. Sam Mitchell blaming the assistant coaches. And De'Aaron Fox's contract kicks in next year, like the first of the mega deal 4 years. I'm like, every Spurs fan is going to be just despising that contract. But I will say this. And again, I was pro Knicks, pro New York crowd, but it was highly amusing to me how many people late second quarter said, that's it. The series is over.
Yes.
We won the first 2. They're going to gag at home. They can't take the pressure. Every celebrity staring at them. Seinfeld's there. What's the deal with De'Aaron Fox? They can't handle the pressure. They're going to lose 4 straight. This is it. And in the span of 1 hour, it then became Knicks in 5. Like, it was incredible. Knicks are going to nick. They stink. 53 years. This team blows. They're going to burn the city down. These guys are chokers to their back. Unbeatable, never in doubt. And probably the craziest stat I heard the last few seasons, when a team is down by 20 or more, the Knicks are 5-3. Every other team in the NBA, 4-71.
Amazing. Yeah. They've got them right where they want you.
Down by 29, we got this. Every Knicks fan believed in them. Bullshit. Nobody thought they're going to come back and pull it off. Even Brunson, I love his candor. They asked me, when you're down 29, do you think they come back? He's like, I mean, not really. Like, no, we're just hanging the game. I'm not going to give up. But no, do you think I'm going to come? Of course I didn't think that. What are you, insane? You just hang around. The Spurs stink. They choked 30 points in the second half. I mean, it was awful.
How much did you pay to get into the Celtic bar to watch those final 2 minutes?
No money. Normally, most of those bars, 20 minutes away. He just kind of waved a few people in. And on the way out, I looked at my wallet. This is a little embarrassing. I had $100 bill.
You would have given it.
And I had $7, and I gave the guy $7.
Of course you did. You're waiting for iHeart to send you new headphones.
I gave the guy at the door $7. Thanks for letting me go. Because deductive reasoning for the whole game, it's $20. I was there for 4 minutes. $7 is still a win for him. I think he was thrilled.
Sounds like you can afford the headphones now. You got that 100.
Yeah, extra 100. Right?
I saved the Celtic pub admission. I can go buy the headphones.
Adnan, I was between 2 questions yesterday for the Think About It Thursday. I ultimately went with, who would the Statue of Liberty be rooting for? France with Victor Wembanyama, or New York because she's lived in New York. The other question I was between was, if we were
to jump in quickly there, I can't. As even a good point. How was there 2 Statue of Liberties? Like, that seems a lot of work. How could they just do one and donate the other? That's a question that needs to be answered. Now go ahead.
Yes.
My other question,
but he was asking us. That was the problem.
Right, he's asking. You need the sculptor, like Stu said. He's asking you guys. What are you, history buffs here? We're all into the Statue of Liberty research. Come on, what are we doing here?
The other question that I was deciding that I could ask you now: if we were starting the Comeback Hall of Fame and only one game could get in per class, who would get in first? The 28-3 Patriots comeback against the Falcons, or the Knicks 29-point comeback in the NBA Finals?
Wow. Also, I loved yesterday's table for one. OG or Brunson, OG gets it. Because
yes,
the NBA Finals MVP, I agree on that.
Yeah.
God, that Falcons gag was unbelievable. But
I mean, the Falcons gag was for the actual Super Bowl.
He was right. That's one game enough. Like, I want to go Knicks because we're right in the moment. It was so special. But the Spurs could come back. They're not going to, but they could come back. Whereas that is for literally the championship. I don't think there's anything worse than 28-3. Taylor, I think your Yankees 3-0 on the Red Sox, I mean, that's awful, pretty painful, horrific against a team you owned for years. But 28-3, I don't think will ever top the Falcons' embarrassment of losing that game. It's almost as bad as the egg being thrown at Wemby. What an arm on that guy. I mean, truly, egg in the face. Wemby's getting taunted everywhere. Awful.
Yeah. To answer that question, 28-3 is its own thing. If I say 28-3, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have to say, you remember that Knicks comeback against the Spurs? Like, there's no score. There's no anything that you can just say.
I think it's the comeback now, Mikey. I do. I think it's called the comeback now. I do.
The OG tipping.
Yeah, the OG tip-in, yes.
I love Dizzy's point, because from now on, Hand of God will not just be Maradona. It will also be referred to OG Anunoby. I mean,
yes.
Rather than 86 World Cup, it'll think of OG flying through with 1.2 left.
Speaking of OG, Taylor, who was out into the wee hours, after Game 4, he's all about content, and you know that.
He recorded the song, which was great. I did hear that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was gonna play it for you right now. The OG song, the newest.
It's great. Yeah. 1 a.m. Great content.
It puts me in a good mood. I just want to sing the chorus together. Let's play it one more time here.
Brunson gets it, fires up a three. Shot no good. The tip, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. With 1.2 remaining, Knicks take the lead. OG Anunoby.
Brunson missed. Oh no, we're in trouble. Someone get a rebound, please. He's there for the tipping. OG. And in the final moments, he somehow saves the day at MSG. He's there for the tipping. OG. 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 He's there for the tipping. OG.
He was wide open for three before he was there for the tip-in. I mean,
Taylor's just, I mean, listen, it's 2 a.m. He's already watched the game. He's rewatched it. He's rewatched. That's the thought that comes to him. The Beatles and Let It Be. I just love the fact that your heart is in the right place.
Yes.
But also content. Let's just make sure Stu gets taken care of. That is good producing.
We'll get to the Stanley Cup here in a second, and Roger Federer is returning. I can't believe. Listen, the guys are in my head here. Normally, I would lead. I would stay there for 15, 20 minutes with you, and then move on to the NBA Finals. But they have told me, hey, get straight to the Knicks before you go to tennis with Adnan, because that's what we do every single time. It's so funny, the coverage of the game. We narrow it down to De'Aaron Fox. We narrow it down to these micro little things, the assistant coaches. It's their fault. Yet no one talks about the Wemby missed free throws down the stretch in that game. No one talks about Karl Anthony Towns getting a hand on that inbounds pass because it was the perfect inbounds play and it would have ended the Knicks right then and there. That series would have been 2-2 headed back to San Antonio if Towns doesn't make that play. We find a guy, and this is what we do. Pick a side, we find a guy, and we blame him because we're lazy. And that's really what it is. De'Aaron Fox, how dare he take that shot?
Right. That is what it comes down. And you're right. You guys were the only ones, I swear, I mentioned the cat inbounds pass. I didn't even think about that. That's a great point. Like, if he doesn't get a hand on that thing, unbelievable. Stephon Castle's like a dunk champion. Are you kidding me? I'm like, that's absolutely going to be a basket. So,
yes.
And what has been a wildly unpredictable series, I don't know what to predict next. Like, the common thought is the Spurs are done, right? They're cooked. They can't do it again. But I'm like, if they win game 5, all the pressure shifts back to New York. Hey, don't blow this at home. All these celebrities are watching.
Yes.
David's back. Taylor Swift in the Knicks gear. Like, I couldn't even imagine how petrified Knicks fans would be about potentially losing a game 6 and then forcing a game 7.
I was telling the guys, I have friends who were saying, hey, I want to get this done at the Mecca at Madison Square Garden. I'm like, I just want to get it done. I've been waiting for it my entire life. Why do people care about that stuff? You know?
I'd like to win it at home. Who gives a shit? Like, could you imagine? Just imagine Mike Brown in the huddle. The Knicks are up at the Spurs late in the 4th in game 5. Guys, let them get this one. We'd rather win it at home.
Let's wrap it up there. Yeah. We were down 29 points.
Seinfeld said he can get me tickets.
Right. They're better in San Antonio's building than the Mecca.
I love the fact that Stu was offended by the fact that Kirk Herbstreit and his dog were allowed in.
I don't get it.
That was a great bit. I mean, I can't believe it. I did a double take when I saw Herbstreit. I go, no, I know for sure Herbstreit is not a Knicks guy. He's a huge Cincinnati Reds fan.
Yes.
Loves Ohio State. I've never heard him once mention the Knicks. So
never.
People were killing Taylor Swift. They go, listen, Taylor Swift's nominally a New Yorker. I'm assuming she's a Knicks fan at some heart. Herbstreit being there was just outrageous.
Right. And she was there with Stevie Nicks. So she was a guest of Stevie Nicks, I think.
She wasn't there with Stevie Nicks. Her shirt said Stevie New York Knicks.
Oh, okay. Is that what it was? She wasn't there with Stevie Nicks. I fell for it again. Is Stevie Nicks still alive?
Yeah, she is.
Get her alive. That's our next game here.
So, Stu, everybody in Taylor Swift's crew had shirts that had somebody with the name Nick or Knicks, and then they spelt it as Knicks. But so you mentioned everybody piling on De'Aaron Fox today or this week. It is poetic for Mike Brown, who was fired from the Kings. He got fired the day after he called De'Aaron Fox out for making a terrible play. If Mike Brown wins a title because of De'Aaron Fox making a terrible play, kind of poetic.
It's a full circle moment. Yeah,
I hadn't thought about that. I got to say, the amount of heat that James Dolan took for firing Tibbs, especially when the Knicks were down 2-1 against the Hawks, the amount of people saying, you know what, Tibbs is a better coach. I think Mike Brown's in over skis. The team wasn't as good this year. And then since then, they didn't lose a game for 46 days. Like, the Mike Brown redemption tour has been unbelievable. Like, Mike Brown's got the best out of Cat. He knows when to push the buttons. Like, when Landry Shamet's good, no, Landry Shamet's cooked. That's it. You're done. Alvarado playing 10 minutes of the fourth quarter and outscoring every Spur. Like, that is unbelievable to me. Like, having the pulse of your team. So, Mike Brown, whether it's De'Aaron Fox or Jose Alvarado, masterful coaching. It's been great.
Were you hugging strangers at the Celtic bar?
Well, that's an excellent other point. So, a couple of the guys are high-fiving. I'm okay with that. But one woman who said way too much, way too inebriated, kind of did this like awkward grab and squeeze with me. I'm like, oh, like if you were attractive and younger, I would have. But I said, it's just kind of scaring me. So it made me think about what happened to you with that awkward wave, and that young girl ended up chastising you. That's just bad form. I mean, I would have gone up to her after. Listen, don't you think I hate myself enough as it is? I'm just being polite. You don't need to go mock me to think that it's some 25-year-old rocket is saying hi to me. So yeah, I'm okay with the high five. When they start hugging and stuff, I got a little bit too close. A random high five, I'm good with. After that, the etiquette. Gotta be careful.
As you get older, have you had a moment like that where you're like, hey, I still got it? You're thinking for a second, hey, I still got it. I mean,
it happens on a weekly basis. I look up like, oh, I'm back. And I go, no, I always tell people, I said, when I'm looking at the world, I don't see myself. So I feel good about myself. Then I see myself and I go, oh, I still look that like I thought it was getting better. I thought I had more hair. I'd lost weight. That my clothes were smaller. So that's the problem. When you see people, you see an attractive woman, you go, yeah. And then, oh, that's what I look like. Like, no, she's not seeing what you're seeing.
Yes. She's not seeing 20-year-old you. Only you are. And then you get to the mirror, and I hate those things. And it reminds you, oh, my God, I'm disgusting. Right.
Why the hell would you look at me? What do you mean? Yes. But the best part is you had the heater, though. The heater going and the wave. That was my favorite part of it.
Yes.
I wish the dart was in and you just did the wave, like one of those.
I've had so many moments since then where I'm just sitting around and no one's around, and it's just me and my thoughts. And I'm thinking to myself, what was I thinking? Why did I think she was attracted to me? Like, seriously.
You're not alone in that. My buddy Kleinberg, who I played tennis with,
I love him.
Kleinberg's lost 35 pounds. Like, when he showed up yesterday, I go, what has happened to you? Like, I remember I saw him about 6 weeks ago, and he'd lost 20. So I said, I think you've lost 15 pounds in 6 weeks. Clearly, there's some GLP-1s or whatever. I'm not judging. I'm just saying you look a lot different. He goes, oh, dude, listen, it's been a great weight loss. I'm thrilled about it. He goes, here's the crazy thing. He goes, now I go to work in New York City. Like, I'm not saying women are checking me out, but like, I'll get a smile now. And I said, yeah, it's a big deal. Like, you're 53 years old. Listen, a woman smiles at you. Because before, oh, they're recoiling in horror. How dare you look at me? And he goes, to be clear, I'm not saying they're checking me out. I'm just saying they're being polite. And
right. He's more pleasant to look at.
Yeah,
yes.
100%. Just a smile. All right, that's it. They're not expecting anything. They're not hitting at anybody. But when you're grotesque, everyone knows it. You lose 35 pounds, people are loving Kleinberg. It's a good life.
It really is. Meanwhile, maybe the greatest Stanley Cup we've ever seen is happening in Carolina and Vegas. And McDonough, who I texted, said, I'm calling classic game after classic game. This is absolutely incredible. Carolina, what a series. What a Stanley Cup final. And Carolina, who I said was going to win it from the start, it appears like they're going to get it done here against Vegas. And I can't believe that we have arrived at a place where Torts is just 2 games away from winning the Stanley Cup, but we're still here, Adnan. You think this is over, right? It's a wrap. I don't think Vegas is going to come back. I think the Stanley Cup has been great, but I think it's over in 6. I think Vegas went on one of those magical runs, and it ends tonight.
I think you're right, Stu. Originally, I called Vegas in 7, but I cannot see them winning back-to-back games, especially watching just the thorough domination with which Carolina played. Yeah. By the way, speaking of McDonough, I also texted him this morning. He had the best line of the night. There was a full screen, a graphic, in which they talked about players scoring goals in certain situations. And McDonough's line was, and Ray remembers Cyclone Taylor from their head-to-head battles in 1918. Great line. And then Sean texted me back this morning and goes, it's the joke that never gets funny. What a series. And I said, no, trust me, those kind of jokes I'm appreciating. McDonough is so good, and he's been so great for so long, and he's just enhancing the level of this hockey. The fact that Tortorella, I'm glad you mentioned, because Torts' line afterwards, Carter Hart has set record. This is an ignominious mark. He's allowed 4 goals in every game of the series. That's never happened before to a goalie in hockey history. At least 4 goals of the first 5 games of the Stanley Cup Final. So I think it's a fair question that somebody asked Tortorella afterwards, hey, what about Aiden Hill potentially starting? And Tortorella responded, that's the stupidest question I've ever heard. Next question. Like, one thing about Torts is he gets a little sarcastic and gets a little angry when the things don't go his way. But he didn't give them more bulletin board material. He guaranteed victory. Because he said, when we're back here in Game 7, I'm leaving my stuff at the hotel. So here's the better question. When Carolina wins Game 6 in Vegas, what happens to John Tortorella's stuff? Does he call the Holiday Inn and go, hey, can you Send me my suits, my underwear, my socks. Does he leave it there? If he leaves it there, does somebody take pride in the fact, hey, here's John Tortorella's suits. I'm going to burn them, or I'm going to make fun of them. I'm going to sell them to somebody, auction them off. Here's the suit this guy thought they're going to beat the Hurricanes. Screw him. Tortorella leaving his stuff at the hotel.
I love it.
It's a brilliant masterstroke. I hope it doesn't work out for him, though. I want to know what happens to the clothes.
Oh, same. It's like Spo telling his team in the play-in game, hey, pack for a week because we're not coming home. We're going to win this game, and then we're going out for round one of the NBA playoffs. But I'm guessing you, in a similar situation, all alligator arms over there, you're calling the hotel and demanding they send your stuff back, right?
Yes. Oh, 100%. I mean, Jesse Palmer one time told me he forgot one of his AirPods. And he said, I'm so cheap. I called the hotel and I said, I'll pay whatever it takes. You got to mail back the other AirPod. And I said, Jess, you've got two. He goes, yeah. I go, what's wrong with the guy with, as I currently have one headphone good, one headphone awry. Just be that guy who walks around with one headphone. Jesse goes, no, I'm too cheap. I said, you got to send me back the other AirPod. Maybe it's just an AirPod thing. Melanie Newman, who's one of our great hosts, MLB Network, she works for the Orioles. She forgot one of her AirPods. And she said to me, I need a huge favor. Can you go get my AirPod? And it was like 1 a.m. I'm like looking under the desk. I'm like, okay, finish. She goes, do you mind shipping it to me? And I'm like, why am I paying the postage on this? It's your AirPod. Like I had to go to the post office, pay $12. I'm like, you should be paying me. Venmo me $20.
Yes.
I got a tip out of this, but you're right. If I was in that situation, I'd say, you got to send it back to me and you cover the charges. I said, your hotel, hey, it was an accident. I left my stuff there. You please cover the charges. Send me my stuff.
Right. I was doing a thing. I mean,
Adnan, in Vegas, I'm just imagining like an Armani suit from Torts on the next series of the next season of Pawn Stars.
Right. Like I would think if I'm working at that hotel, I'm not even contacting Mr. Tortorella. If calls, just deny the call, just whatever it takes, and I'm taking that stuff and I'm auctioning it off. Like that, I think that would be a great souvenir item for a Hurricanes fan. This is the suit John Tortorella was going to wear if there had been a Game 7. That's really cool to have.
And how would people be talking about this series if it was like original 6 teams like Blackhawks, Rangers?
Right.
A big part of it, because honestly, Taylor, the numbers have been great. Like I saw the ratings the other day. It's a huge boon for ABC. Every night you're watching ABC. Either you're watching the Knicks and Spurs, the NBA Finals, or you're watching the Stanley Cup Finals. It's nice that McDonough can say, make sure you catch the Knicks tomorrow night, or Mike Breen can say that, vice versa. Like when one network dominates, this goes back to the days me and Stu remembered. It was 3 networks, and one network had everything. So you just watched everything consecutively there. So the network's been good. But Original 6 is a big part of it, Taylor. I sat down to watch Game 4, and I started laughing to myself. They did a cool little open. PK Subban was in a roller coaster, and the camera was affixed to him, and the joke was the series has been such a roller coaster. But then the next words were Steve Levy saying, Las Vegas, the home of hockey. And I go, wow, this really doesn't feel the same. If it, it's the Boston Bruins against the Avalanche, I'm like, yeah, like, you get one newer team in the Avs, but an Original 6 team in the Bruins, or the Red Wings, or the, Flyers came in the second round of expansion. But one of those classic teams, the Rangers, etc. It isn't quite the same when it's Vegas and Carolina. The hockey is great, but these are not hockey hotbeds. The only good news is this adds further fuel to Stugotz alienating all Canadians, because he's going to say hockey has gone from Sunrise to Rollywood.
Really, poor Canada.
I gotta say, by the way, props to your dad. That was a great story you told with the Islanders tickets. You were of age enough. Tonelli Nystrom, like, absolutely. I mean, that Islanders run, the fact you got that, and your dad's like, I'll be outside. Just let me know when the game's over. It'll be great. That's so
cool. I mean, listen, for the regular season, he could have me sit, in between him and my brother. I could sit on his lap. I was young enough then. But then when it came down to the big game, he did say, hey, I'll be in the parking lot. You too. He didn't want to choose between children, unlike Ariel Helwani, who absolutely chose one of his children over the other. It's a terrible job.
Ariel definitely did not get 3 tickets. Like, it's one thing, 1 ticket to the Garden. 2, okay, 3 is very difficult. And I know this because I've asked people for tickets. Aaron Boone asked for Yankees tickets. They'd rather you ask for 2 or for 4. If you ask for 3, that's annoying to them. So there's no way Ariel got 3. If he says
odd numbers are tough, right? When you're making an ask. Yeah.
Right. And that's it. I'll figure out the 3rd myself.
Yes. What an amazing place we've arrived at, though, when 4-goal leads in hockey aren't safe and 29-point leads in the NBA aren't safe. We have been blessed to see these 2 series side by side. You're right about that, Adnan. Yes.
No, and you're right, Stu, to go back to the point for Ariel's kid. Like, forget about the exam. Who cares? No one will remember how you did in that exam years from now, but they'll remember where you were.
That's right.
Back with 29-point game. So you're right. If anything, it has been a lesson to not give up on the team, not give up on the game, because I got burned. That 4-0 game, long day with the kids, Saturday, 10:20. I went to bed. I woke up. I was mouth agape. I was like, what? They came back. And now I was glad, to be honest, I went to bed because double overtime, I would have been up till 1 a.m. And I'm like, I don't have any money riding the game. What are we doing here? But still, if you have a dog in the race, stay until the end. 29-point game, 4-goal lead. Nothing is safe in today's sports climate.
Yep. Mikey, you heard the news about Roger Federer? Did you hear the...
Oh, I mean, I didn't get my email blast from Adnan. What happened?
He's back.
Did he have a loose stool? Something?
Well, listen, he made an announcement. I'll let Adnan take it from here. He made an announcement. I know it moved Adnan. He was very emotional about it. He is playing in an exhibition match coming up here, and I know Adnan and all the members of Team Fed will be out there in all their glory, emotional, wearing his clothing, cheering him on, crying, laughing, drinking, just having the time of their lives. Go ahead, Adnan. What happened with Roger?
I mean, when this tweet came, Roger Federer returns to the U.S. Open. The 5-time consecutive champion will play a doubles exhibition match with Andy Roddick, John McEnroe, and Andre Agassi.
Wow.
I mean, I'm wetting myself. I start checking the ticket prices, and to be way up in the heavens. Again, Knicks nosebleed type tickets, it's like $100. I go, this is a steal. So I text my one tennis buddy. He goes, bro, you're so far away. You got to get down there closer. So I said, okay, the good, better seats, $500, $600. I said, okay, it's no, money is no object when it comes to Federer. But then I check myself. I go, it's a doubles exhibition match. You're really going to spend $800 just to get a real good close to Roger's ass? Like, just to see Agassi and Roddick and McEnroe. I'm like, listen, if it's for all the marbles, it's competitive. It's Roger taking on Novak. I'll pay $1,000. But these guys are limp dicking their way through an exhibition match. What really is the price? So I thought better of it. I texted my agent, who is still trying to help me out get tickets to the Hall of Fame match. Roger's playing in Newport, Rhode Island that weekend.
Right.
You know, anything you can do. I said, can you just get me face value of good tickets? I'll pay. I just don't want to pay an obscene amount on the secondary market for what is a glorified exhibition match, because I'll get back to you. So the question on the floor is, how much do you pay? It's your favorite tennis player. You love the guy, but it's a doubles exhibition match. How long is this thing going? 40 minutes?
Yeah, maybe, if that. I love that there's spare no expenses for Federer, but for my headphones and for my kid, yeah, we'll spare, and the Celtic bar, we'll spare some expense.
Or my coworker who lost an AirPod. You want to be Venmo'd for that. You won't pay the $20 to get in, even though that's the cover charge. You won't pay for new headphones. But Roger Federer, a view of his ass, $800, sure.
Yeah,
I think I've got a pretty clear cut, actually. But when you guys lay it out that way, sometimes you think, oh, maybe no, perfect. That's bang on. Federer above all things in life. I think that's correct.
Prioritize. I mean, yes.
But it's going to be epic. Think about it. I'm going to be following Roger there at the U.S. Open, and then that weekend, Newport, Rhode Island, he's playing a grass court exhibition match, and then actually being inducted into the Hall of Fame. If I somehow finagle 10 seconds with Roger, you guys will never hear the end of it.
It's like Ernie Johnson's picture with Taylor Swift.
Very good comp. Ernie and Taylor, me and Fed together. I can't wait.
If you could spend the day with Federer or Swift, who would you choose? It'd be Roger, right?
Of course, Roger. I was just even a question. Taylor Swift, I'm bored after about 5 minutes.
Is there anyone else I could present to you where you would choose the other person and not Roger Federer?
I mean, Pacino,
right?
Scorsese, De Niro. But even then, like, De Niro's a quiet guy. He doesn't have much to say. Al's 83.
Right.
Marty and I would get along well. We're talking movies. We're having a blast. But Roger, like, because at some point, I'm going to say to Roger, do you want to hit it around a little bit? And he's not going to say no. Like, Martin Scorsese's not going to shoot a movie with me. Al's not going to be a scene partner. Bob's not going to go, let's do a song and dance with Taylor. But if I said to Roger, do you want to hit it around? He's like, sure. I would get to play tennis with Roger.
I've never seen him so excited. He's giddy.
Like, as I imagined it, I lost the power of speech. I go, holy shit, this could happen.
It's an amazing power he has over you. It really is. So you asked the question, how much would we pay, or how much would you pay? We wouldn't pay anything. I don't think any of the three of us would pay a single cent.
I'm busy that day.
If I tell Mikey,
but I'd be trying to get out of it.
If I tell Mikey, hey, $30 for a ticket. Do you want to come watch tennis with me? You're saying absolutely not.
I'm busy that day. It's not worth the commute.
Am I getting the $30?
Taylor, I text you, $20. I have an extra ticket. Do you have any interest in joining me?
You're paying people.
I have to pay you money. Andy Roddick, John McEnroe, Andre Agassi. Doubles match. Give me $100, I'll come join you.
He does not have a loyaler fan than you.
And Brandt. Hashtag Team Fit Andrew Brandt. I mean, that's what has to happen. It's going to be me and Brandt there together at the U.S. Open.
I gotta say, at this point, he should let you introduce him into the Hall of Fame, for crying out loud. Yes. You should.
Oh, my God.
Get your agent on it. I would get this done quicker than your agent. What is going on with him? I mean,
that's a good point, actually. You would already have this done and wrapped up. Listen, I've made some calls. You're in. What do I need to do? Just behave yourself. You're in. We'll make this happen. And by the way, I'm going with the agent. If not, though, our backup plan is Marty Fish. If need be, I'm calling Marty Fish. Marty, anything you can do here. 10 seconds with Federer. That'll be the name of the episode when I come back on the show with you guys. Just 10 seconds with Federer.
Yes.
Glory described. Second 8 was this. Second 5 was this. Second 3, he shook my hand. Second 1, I stared lovingly into his eyes.
It would take him 30 minutes to describe his 10 seconds with Federer.
Take him 30 minutes to describe the smell.
Musky.
He already knows the smell.
I already know his cologne. Let's be honest here. Come on, Sebastian. I know what he wears.
All right, man. Get it. When is this? What are the dates on this? Because me and Taylor are going to see Marty Fish in a couple of weeks out in Lake Tahoe. So you want us to work it for you?
Absolutely. If you can just kind of get in his head a little bit, just throw it out there. It is going to be August 25th. He's at the U.S. Open, and then August 28th, he's playing a grass court exhibition match in Newport. 29th is Hall of Fame induction. So final week of August, just mention to Marty. You know, Adnan's a big fan. Anything you could do, he'd really appreciate it.
All right, when we have Marty on, we'll bring you on, and we'll cement the deal, okay? We will get it done for you.
This is a great one, too. My agent and Marty Fish colluding together. This is going to be great.
Yes. We'll tell Marty. We'll act like we're interested in talking to Marty, but we're not. And we'll spring Adnan. I love Marty. He's a friend of mine. I love him dearly. Yeah. And he owns that tournament. He's the mayor of that tournament. But I am only bringing him on for the purposes of getting you 10 seconds with Roger Federer. That is it. And he'll get it done for you. He's the nicest man in the world. You know that, Marty.
Man, Marty is a phenomenal guy. I mean, he's from Minnesota. Minnesota nice. You know, he's a phenomenal guy. I used to fill on the radio. He'd message me about the Twins, the Vikings, the Timberwolves. He's all that stuff. I actually, man, I'm starting to get really excited now. Before it just felt like a pipe dream. Now that knowing that Marty's involved, it actually happened. This is going to be reality.
I'm going to get him involved. We're going to get this done for you. 10 seconds. 10 seconds with Federer. Negotiate a minute when he's on with you, okay? Say, Marty, give me a minute.
The best part will be, like, Marty will go, listen, I got you the 10 seconds. Like, I talked to Federer's people. They know you're going to be there, stand in the line at the spot. And then, like a greedy little kid, like a fat kid on a Smarty, I won't be able to let go of the 10 seconds. Federer won't try to move on. I go, no, I'm not leaving. I'm not like this.
You're going to burn down the friendship between Marty Fish and Roger Federer.
Roger, just one more request. Roger, just one more question. Roger, one more hug.
God, I hope this happens. All right, buddy, enjoy your weekend. We appreciate it. That's the guy. I think it was Federer. He couldn't get out of his own car to play Federer at the U.S. Open, I believe.
Oh, the wheels are in motion. Love you guys.
All right, we love you, buddy. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, you too.